welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for coming back. Thank you for clicking play. Remember to smash that like button and subscribe as well if you haven't got around to doing that just yet. It's Wednesday. Amazingly, I managed to get through the whole of the transfer window, so I could record. Didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I thought it might have been until Friday before we got a new video out. But not only are we getting one out today, we're getting two. So this is our transfer update. It won't be massively long, but I didn't want to tack it on at the beginning of a video, a bit like with the youth intake. I just felt it was better as a standalone video. Otherwise it could potentially make a normal video go to 30-35 minutes, and I didn't want that. So this video is out now, obviously. 8 o'clock as well, there will be the massive game away at Vélez. So there's going to be no scores, no live comment. This one is purely about the transfers. You're probably having a little scout about as you're looking at this. I'm aware you can't see how much we've spent. We have spent a total of £5 million. We've brought in nearly 17 million. So a lot of players have gone out. I mean, you can look at that. A lot of them loans, of course. But yeah, we've got rid of a lot of players. We've got players on the way out, and we've got players on the way in at the end of the season as well, and I'll show you those. But what we're going to do is we're going to start. We've brought in 5, so we've brought in Marcos Ledesma, Brian Coufret, Estevao, Leonardo Fernandez, and Enzo Galabert. A couple of these I'm really, really excited about. So the first one, Marcos Ledesma, he's a goalkeeper. We brought him in on... well, it was my director of football that brought him in. I don't really know. He just had a fetish for goalkeepers this transfer window. He must have made offers to about 5 different keepers, and I've no idea why. Because we've got Daniel Sapper, we've got Geronimo Partau, we've got Stefano Francesconi. So why he felt the need to go and bring another one in, I don't know. But I like the look of this one. So I'll let it go through. It's 325 grand, so it wasn't big money. He's only on 1,500 quid a week, so it's not a big. It's not big at all. He's coming from Kilmage. He's played 71 games. He looks okay. It's a good squad player to have. It's a good backup. It's a good reserve keeper. Now, you can see Brian Coufret here is a left back. So I think you can see, if you haven't already seen on the right hand side, I think you can figure out that Ivan Urquiaga has gone. And we brought in this guy. He looks okay. The annoying thing is, the day before the offers came in for Urquiaga, Gaston Benedetti, our promising teenager, came to me and said he wanted to go out on loan. So I had to promise to do that for him because at the time we still had Urquiaga and Marlon. And then the offer came in for Urquiaga, and I had to, I didn't want to risk upsetting him, so I had to accept bids for him. And I couldn't then get Gaston Benedetti to drop his promise of going out on loan. So we've had to bring in a replacement. And again, he looks okay. He's going to be a solid backup for Marlon. He came in for 2.1 million, which isn't terrible. He's worth more than that now. He's on 2,800 a week. So again, not breaking the bank. Just a good solid backup, I think. Now this kid I'm very excited about, Estevao. He's a striker. He could play a number of roles comfortably, including my preferred advanced forward for this position, for this formation, and he just looks really, really good. His 5-star ability potentially. We brought him in from a Botafogo team, but not the Botafogo team. They're in Serie B. He's only cost us 180 grand. It's cheap as. Look at that. He's worth far more than that already. He's on 4k a week, which is quite a lot for a kid his age, but we've had some strikers leave the club, so he is our backup striker as things stand. So we've got a very, very young strike force because Mario Gatti is still at the club, which is huge news. Leonardo Fernandez came in on a free transfer. He was unattached. His contract with Phoenix ran out. And he's valued at 2.7 million for a guy that was unattached. He's an attacking midfielder. I just love that flair, the technique, the vision. It just looks like he's got all the attributes to be a very, very solid number 10. And I think, because I am still under the impression that in the next transfer window, I might struggle to keep hold of Abel Casquet. I think there are going to be teams coming in for him. And this kid looks really, really good as well. 4-star potential ability for us. And the last one we brought in again from Boca, 2.5 million. Very, very good looking right winger. Very, very good. His natural fitness isn't amazing. His strength is terrible. So those physicals might go down. We will be working on them pretty much exclusively, because everything else, other than his passing, his work rate's a little crap as well, but hopefully his ability will get him through all that. We did have to pay over the odds for him $2.5 million. He was transfer listed at that value, but he just looked so good that I just had to do it. And I'm already fending off loan offers for him. So yeah, we will keep him, I think, rather than loan him out. Right, you can see Ivan Urquiaga went to River in the end, and they paid $5 million for him up front. So it was a good deal. His preferred destination was Boca, and Boca also made a bid for him, and he chose River. So I don't really get that. Don't know where his head was at with that. Dejan Verona's gone out on loan again to Huracan. Emiliano Azuna, I'm really happy with this deal. He's gone to Medellin in, it's like Colombia, isn't it, Medellin? His contract was up in the summer. So, summer, I've done it again. In the winter, at the end of the season. We're at the other side of the world, we're not in Europe. So to get 2.3 million for him, absolutely thrilled with that. When that offer came in, I literally bit their hands off. You can see Francesconi's gone out on loan since Marcos Ledesma's come in. Sergio Arias, who I'm not sure if I've shown you, he's gone out on loan. He looks really good as well for the future. He's only 17, and just look at those attributes already. I think he's going to be potentially a Mario Gatti style player. Gaston Benedetti has gone out to Deportivo Riestra. Santiago Niguel, he was brought in the first season of the Save, I think. Never really held down a place, only played half a dozen games for us. So to get some money for him, again, contract was up at the end of the season, so any sort of money for him is brilliant. Gaston Roa has gone to Santa Fe on loan. Again, another promising number 10. Leonardo Castro, he's gone as well. He wasn't happy because he wasn't playing. I told him, look, Mario Gatti's just playing out of his skin, and his response was, I don't think he's doing anything that I couldn't do. He's like, yeah, I think he is, son. I think he is. So he's gone to Atletico Nacional, and there is an optional fee of 1.8 million, which is poor. But I couldn't get, the only offers I was getting for him were loan offers, so I had to let him go. Hopefully they will come in and make it permanent. John Arteaga, he has gone to Alianza Petrolera. He's one that I'd promised to sell earlier in the season, and I got a reminder saying that I had to try and sell him, so we got $250,000 for him. I'm happy with that. And the rest, another goalkeeper's gone out on loan in Porto. Juan Diaz, Andres Ayala and Antonio Castro have all gone out. Antonio Castro, again, another really exciting young prospect that we've got at 18 years of age. Just look at that. He's unbelievable as well as a left winger, so I'm really excited about him coming through. Right, that's all the done deals that have gone through. If we go back to the ever confusing transfer window, we've got some players coming in, and a few of them are from Boca Juniors. Agustin Heredia is centre-back. He's coming in on loan. He's only 23. He's coming in on a free, should I say. He's only 23. Looks really good. 6'5", so he's a bit of a beast. Jumping and heading are phenomenal. Strength, stamina are really good as well. His tackling and his marking are okay for this league as well, so he will be an excellent addition. Facundo Monteserin coming in from Lanús, another centre-back, so we're bolstering our centre-backs. So it looks like there's going to be no need to get players in on loan. Speaking of, Facundo Calidio requested for his loan to be terminated because he wasn't playing, so I've done that. And Neuan Perez, who we had on loan, the centre-back, the young centre-back from Atletico, I terminated that. He's gone as well because he wasn't even on the bench, so there was no point keeping him. I think we were paying him like $8,000, so it was stupid to keep him. This guy's only 6 foot, but he's good in the air for 6 foot, and he looks really good. So we've got 2 fantastic centre backs coming in. I was looking at Facundo before last season when I brought in Christian Lemmer the first time, and I really like the look of him. So as soon as I knew his contract was up, I was in there for him. Another one from Boca, and he's another number 10. Now, I didn't know whether to go for this guy or not, but a lot of clubs came in for him, and I just thought, you know what, he looks like he could be a decent replacement. He can play in the middle of midfield. He could play out on the left as well. So kind of a no-brainer because he's a versatile player. And I think he won't be a first choice, but I think he'll add some good depth and he'll come in when he needs to. Thomas Ozes and George Tapia are probably going out on loan. The loan window is still open. We've got another winger, Thomas Fernandes, coming in from Boca, of course. Just looks really good as well. I think we're going to have a really good attack next season. I really love Fernando Zucchi out on the right wing, but it does still bother me that he's not a natural attacking midfielder. He plays on the halfway line midfield as a winger. I hate it. Why can't he play there? He's been brilliant for us, but I just want some players who are naturals attacking midfielders because I think that will give us an awful lot more going forward. I think that is it for players coming in. Imanol Enriquez, a little bit of a story with him we'll tell you about. Carlo Latanzio is going to Belenense in Portugal. I've tried to sell him early, but they will only pay us 12 grand, so there's just no point. He might as well go at the end of the season because I think we'd have to pay him a loyalty bonus that would be more than that, so there's just no point. And Alexis Vega, a promising young striker, but probably not one that would ever make it for us. It's a bit surprising. He's going to FC Porto, so I might have made a bit of a slip up there in letting him go. Imanol Enriquez, very disappointed that this kid is going. I came to offer him a new contract, and I think his agent asked for 1.6 a week, so I came back with 1.4, and they walked out. And his agent apparently has great respect for me in where it tells his relationship. So that was really annoying. So loads of teams came in, made offers to him, and he turned them all down. There was about 4 or 5 contracts, and he just turned them all down. So I seized the opportunity. I went back in and offered him a contract again, and I did the same thing again. They wanted, I think, 1.7, so I offered 1.5, and they just walked out. So he can go. It's not a massive problem. I think we've got better players than him in the wings, so I'm not that bothered. So all in all, if we look at our finances, it has taken a bit of a hit because I've bought players that I wasn't really expecting to buy in this window. The great news is Mario Gatti signed a new 4.5-year contract. I had to do it. Well, I wanted to do it. I gave him more than he was asking for. I think they came in asking for 5.5 grand a week. I gave him 7. We had Boca wanting him. We had Toluca in Mexico, I think, wanting him. We had Sporting Club de Portugal wanting him. We had Roma wanting him. We had Juventus wanting him. I had to do it. I had to try and fend off those bids because if he gets his head turned, I'm not sure we would have held on to him. So I gave him that contract, and as soon as he signed it, all interest evaporated. Nobody wants him at the minute. So I am so happy that we managed to do that. But we are looking very, very healthy. When we'd sold all those players that we sold, our end of season balance projection was around about 2.5 million. I think it's dropped down to 1 million now, but it was about 1 million in the red. So we're definitely on the right track. As I've said before, the whole point of this save is to build the club up, and to do that, I need to generate money because we don't make any on or off the pitch. So the only way I can do it is by developing players and selling them on, which is why the likes of Urquiaga have gone, the likes of Facundo Sanchez have gone. I have to do it. Mario Gatti eventually will have to go, but I'm going to try and hold on to him for at least the whole of next season. He is 19 now. I do know that at some point I'm going to have to get rid of him. I know that this contract that he signed runs until 2025. I'm probably not going to get him to sign another one. So I reckon 2022, at the end of that season, I think we'd probably be selling him, but it will be for as much money as I can get. There are no minimum fee release clauses of any kind in his contract, so hopefully we will be able to hold on to him and get what we want for him. But that is it for this one, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. As I say, hopefully it's not more than about 10-12 minutes long, and it's just bringing you up. As I said, I didn't want to tack that onto the beginning of another video. So, as I said, at 8 o'clock, if you're watching this as it's come out at 6 p.m. or around about then, then there will be the Vélez game coming out at 8 as well, so it's another double upload day. I think I prefer doing it this way for these sort of things, the youth intake and transfer windows. It goes a lot better, I think. I can expand it into transfers, especially when you sign 5, you have 4 or 5 more that you've got arranged, and you let go 10, 11 players. You just need to be able to do that video properly and do it justice. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Remember to smash that subscribe button, turn on the notifications. Big thumbs up on this one as well, please, guys. In the comments, let me know what you think of the business. How excited are you by the likes of Estevao and Fernandez and Galabert coming in? They're all in the first team squad. They're not in the reserves. They're there as first team squad members. What do you think about the players we've let go? I think we've done pretty good business. We've made nearly 12 million profit on transfers so far this season, so it's been absolutely brilliant from that point of view. And yeah, join me for Vélez. It's a massive game. We'll catch up on the results and the friendlies that we've had, and then we'll get right into that game in the next video. So thank you very much once again for watching, guys. Adios, amigos. See you in a couple of hours.